This is the third video regarding the SA-6 serial number 12840. This is just to show the condition of the unit, having cleaned it up just simply with a rag. It's in good condition. There's nothing really wrong with it so far. We can't find any real fault. Small adjustments that we comment about, and perhaps a little bit more lubricant, or a little more lubricant more often, I think would be sufficient. What we'll do now is we'll take the bolts off and just see what's inside each of the pistons, and that's number one. That's two. This is the second stage. So that's the torque off. Now we can simply unscrew the bolt and see what's underneath, and just look at the condition of the piston and also of the bearing itself. So the first thing to do is to make sure we don't lose the washer, which rides underneath. And that's the piston. Take this out very carefully without damaging it. Looks in good condition, nothing wrong with that at all. New O-ring, I think, will, and perhaps a new seal ring, and I think we should be good to go to put that back in. A little bit atmospheric dust there. This is typical of a compressor. It's ambient air it's taking in. You can see here an example of just how dirty ambient air actually is. On the bearing itself, if we look closely at the bearing, and I'll put it down, what I'm looking for here is to see if there's any wear on the race of the bearing. And you can see here just maybe a little. When we put this back together, we'll make sure that the worn side of the bearing is on this edge of the housing. We'll turn the inner race about 90 degrees now, just to make sure that a fresh face is now on the side of where the thrust is, and that'll give it a little bit more life for no extra cost. If we again have a look back to the compressor, and I'm going to take a look at the second stage just to see what that looks like. And again, we've got a little washer. It's a spacer rather than a washer. It has a specific height that enables the piston itself to be in line with the swash plate. So if we just move this out of the way for a second, let's see what this looks like. Yeah. Again, very typical of the wear you get with the PTFE. Nothing exciting, and nothing to be concerned about. These items are part of the service items and will be replaced. And once again, you can see a little bit of wear. Now, there's a small scuff mark on the top of the head. That's indicative of the piston to head clearance being perhaps a little bit too tight, and you have a little bit of contact on this area here that you can see when the piston goes into the head. The stroke of the piston is greater than the actual length you've got, and you have a little bit of contact there. It's not much, but there should be around about 30 thou clearance. So we'll make that adjustment when we come to do the servicing. That's the piston to rod clearance. Other than that, that's your compression ring on top and your rider ring underneath. And I think the green colour is probably a mixture of moisture and the PTFE, the bronze within the PTFE, discolouring and turning into an oxide. But other than that, it looks in very good condition. The third stage, a little bit more difficult to take out. All we can take out is the rod. The piston itself is a floating piston, and therefore won't come apart that easily without taking the head off and pushing it out. That'll be the fourth video, I think, that we will do. But in the meantime, we'll clean these rod end bearings up just to make sure that there's no real corrosion. But other than that, it looks in pretty good condition. That's the third stage head, and if I can get that into focus, easier said than done. It gives you an indication that pretty much it's as you would expect a compressor in operation. And again, the only thing to suggest is a little lubrication, but maybe a little more often than has been run presently. But there we go. We'll do the next video. We'll have a look inside the heads and see what the condition looks like there. Thank you.